It was in May of 1996 that the Lord led us up to the city of Huánuco. It's a small mountain town, and the truth is that I went up there in 1995 for a summer camp. I preached upon an invitation of the preachers that were involved at that camp to come preach it for them, and so I did. I went up there and preached, and there was a church up there that was having a real hard time. And as a matter of fact, they had a real hard time with their pastor. The pastor was resigned and without a pastor, but there was a lot of hard resentments. And they called me and asked if I'd come. And I said, no, at first, of course not. I'm a missionary. I want to start a church from scratch. I'm not interested in going to a church that's already organized. And they called me again, the second time. And I was pretty emphatic with my answer. The answer is no, I don't want to go up there. I've not lost anything up there, and I sure don't want to go find it. The third time they called, I said, well, look, we can at least pray about this. Well, it's amazing how the Lord does things. The owner of the house came and let me know that I had 10 days to get out of the house. Well, I didn't know where I was going to go. And as I was reading my Bible one morning, I was reading Judges chapter 6. And the Bible told me, go, in this thy spirit have not I sent thee. So it was early one morning, and told Celeste I'm going to head to the city of Huánuco, and if we can find a house, if I can find a way to cash my money, and if I can get a telephone to communicate, then I'll know it's the Lord. Most amazing thing in the world. I got to the city of Huánuco at 12 o'clock. It's a long trip. It's about 10 hours up from Lima into the mountains. I got there right at noon, and they said, pulling in. The pastor standing in the middle of the road. He said, oh, what are you doing here? I said, I'm looking for a house. Oh, there's a house right over here that somebody's trying to rent. And it's not even 12:10, and I already had the house. And then I went running over to a post office and asked, can I get it? Yeah, that's the easiest thing in the world. I said, well, here goes the big kicker. Can I get cash my money? And I walked into the bank and said, look, all I've got are American dollar checks that I get from the States, and can I deposit them and have an account here? The guy said, well, of course. Take a few minutes to open it up. And it went in 12:30, and I had a house, an account, and now went to the telephone company and asked for a telephone line. Back in those days, it cost $1,000 to get a line. So I paid $1,000 and had a line installed into the house that I was going to rent, and we're not even 2 o'clock in the afternoon yet. I called Celeste, said, okay, let's start packing up the house. We're heading to the city of Huánuco. And so we loaded up our bid and tuckers, and it was actually on my little girl's birthday, Celeste's birthday, on May the 18th, that we arrived in the city of Huánuco. We started working with the Central Baptist Church. That's the most exciting thing in the world. There was a group of young people that were just itching to work. And I had come out of a pretty bad situation in the city of Puerto Montt with the rebellion that happened. Like I said, I don't want to get into all the details there, but it went pretty rough for us, and to the point that I got to where I even questioned my own call. I questioned my methods. I questioned everything about myself. And when the Lord set me up that mountain to let me know that, yes, the gospel does still work, we saw so much growth. The first Sunday we were there, we had 36 in attendance. The last Sunday we were there, we had 377 in attendance. The Lord truly blessed. People started coming from everywhere. One of my things I like doing is campaigns. Y'all call them revivals or Bible conferences or missions conferences. Y'all have all kinds of names. But in this country, we call them campaigns. And I determined I was going to have 5 a year. And every time we had a campaign, the Lord sent somebody along. One time it was a family. One time it was a man. Other times it was several young people. And we had 2 young men especially. One, David Lortigui, that I trust you'll see his video pretty soon. Another was Walter Espinosa, that's today working with many young people in the city of Pucallpa, a jungle town in Peru. But we had many pastors grow up in that church and go out to the fields. And today they're missionaries and pastors, and we're proud of every one of them. The Lord truly blessed. And it was in November of 1999 that we went back to the States to raise more support.